You've heard about XRP as a digital currency for years. What if I told you that it might soon be worth $110,000? Even though it might not seem likely, recent changes to U.S. federal rules could make this a very real option. Officially, the Federal Reserve, which is the central bank of the U.S., has seen the promise of XRP, and it has a strong place in the banking system thanks to blockchain technology. This new rule could have a huge impact on how XRP is used and, more importantly, how much it is worth. The price of XRP has been going up slowly, but now that such a big institution is backing it, it could go up very quickly. Just think about what this would mean for all cryptocurrencies. Market and for people who have been holding on to their XRP coins, this is obviously a very important event that could totally change the financial world now that the new federal policy is in place. The idea that XRP could reach $10,000 isn't so far-fetched anymore. The Federal Reserve has been slow to accept blockchain technology and cryptocurrencies for a long time, but this latest move shows that they are changing their minds. Where they stand, the policy acknowledges that blockchain technology can make international trades faster and cheaper, which is exactly what XRP was made to do. Because XRP can send money quickly and cheaply, it might be the best way to send money around the world. Let's imagine that banks and other financial institutions all over the world use XRP for their trade. Deals that are happening right now, not in the far future. More companies will join the market, which will make more people want XRP, which will raise its value. It's not a question of if XRP will hit $10,000, but when it will. Already, the market is excited about the idea that XRP could hit new highs, and this latest confirmation from the Federal Reserve has only made things worse, and more government programs are on the way. Take-up cryptocurrency XRP is becoming more and more important in the world's banking system. Similar patterns have been seen in other cryptocurrencies, but none of them have the same technology and value as XRP. It was made for a reason, and that reason is becoming clearer over time. It's not just a speculative investing has gone down since institutions started using it. Because the Federal Reserve backs XRP, it is becoming a more important part of the economy going forward. Could $10,000 be the start? We may soon see a big change in the way of the XRP. The next few months and years will likely show us how much higher it can go. How people think about and use digital money, XRP, also known as Ripple, was created to fix problems with standard banking and money transfer systems, like slow transactions and ridiculously high fees. It has been known for a long time that it could completely change the way international money transfers work. Many altcoins, on the other hand, were made with having similar goals. XRP stood out because it focused on one thing: real-world use. Bitcoin, on the other hand, was created as a digital store of value, and Ethereum powers smart contracts and decentralized apps. Traditional systems like Swift are slower and cost more to use. XRP, on the other hand, was made to make cross-border payments faster and cheaper. XRP was a good alternative for banks and other financial institutions because it could be used to send money between countries more quickly and cheaply. However, XRP has had some problems, such as market volatility and worries from regulators. It has been a tough road. There have been lawsuits over the digital cash, mostly in the U.S., since the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, said that XRP was a security, which led to a case. Investors have been nervous. However, things are getting better now that federal policies have changed. For example, the U.S. Federal Reserve has recognized the value of XRP as a tool for global financial deals. This shows that the government is beginning to see even though the Federal Reserve is still having an effect on the direction of digital currency, blockchain technology and XRP in particular are leading the way and becoming widely used. This isn't just a small change, it's a strong endorsement of how useful XRP is. It could lead to more institutions adopting it, which would increase demand, and finally, the value of XRP and blockchain technology. XRP is in a good situation to benefit from the fact that digital assets are becoming more accepted and known. Small and big banks are already looking into the benefits of adding XRP to their systems, and some are even using it to make international payments. These new rules from the U.S. Federal Reserve are expected to lead to more partnerships. However, XRP may only be worth a few dollars right now. However, partnerships and new ideas in the financial field will help it get even more attention. Because of this, the world is changing quickly as more As more banks and other financial companies see how useful XRP can be, its price may go through the roof. It's no longer a matter of if XRP can, but when. $10,000, but XRP's future looks brighter than ever with support from institutions, a useful use case, and more help from the government. When we think about the future, everyone wants to know how close XRP is to $10,000. Mark. Even though this is a big guess, there are a few good reasons why it could happen. First, let's talk about the growing need for synths. Since the Federal Reserve recently said it supports blockchain technology, it's likely that digital currencies like XRP will play a big part in future foreign transactions. Banks already use XRP to send money across borders, but now that the Fed says it's useful, we may see even more banks, and XRP's special place in the market is another thing to think about. The prices of many other cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum have gone through huge price increases because of speculation. As more businesses use XRP, the demand for it will naturally rise, which could make its price go up. Also, governments are starting to accept XRP as a real way to send money between countries. XRP is special because it can be used in real life. It solves real problems in the global financial system instead of just guessing what might happen. XRP was made so that quick, cheap transactions can happen across borders. As the world becomes more linked, this need will only grow. This means that buyers and investors aren't the only ones who want XRP. Karen, because XRP is used in everyday life, the price is likely to rise as more governments and companies adopt it. The $10,000 mark is now a reasonable goal, but there are still risks because the cryptocurrency market is very unstable. Things can change quickly. Even though the Federal Reserve's support is great for XRP, issues with regulations, market changes, and even technical issues could slow down XRP's growth, but the benefits could be much greater than the risks because it has the ability to completely change the way money works. As more people around the world use digital currencies and their benefits, XRP will play a big part, but we can't say what will happen. Future with peace of mind. It looks like XRP's value is going to hit a whole new level, whether it's $10,000 or more. XRP has a very bright future, and people who are hanging on to it could soon get a big return on their investment. The new policy from the federal government is a great chance for everyone, not just Ripple or the Bitcoin community. Whether you already own XRP or are just thinking about it, the Federal Reserve support and the growing